welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the only wrestling podcast that, well, gets better ratings than TNA Impact. I am but one of four humble hosts, Ironbite. Dash with me is...
I'm the Lone Warrior.
Hi everyone, I'm Christopher says DarkMatch is Mastodon of the Monotone, and Ironbite, your ratings comment, I would think that Eric Bischoff would definitely contend with you on that. He definitely cares enough.
I am the fat one, Subrick, and today we have two examples of what the Iron Sheik is tweeting right now. Firstly, we have the topical one and the one that shows that Sheik is actually a really good person. The best worker is at TNA Sorensen take bad bump. God bless him for being in best business in world. He make it better shape and God bless him.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
And now we have the awesome one. Chris Christie, big time idiot, and I fuck him all country way. He no good motherfucker.
Oh, yes. Apparently, Iron Sheik is a big proponent of gay marriage and is not happy with Chris Christie for vetoing the will of the people of New Jersey. So
I never knew Iron Sheik had a dog in the New Jersey fight.
but you know what? That's the other thing. You never know who's going to have a dog in the fights for equality. And you know what? Hey, Iron Sheik. Well, it's Iron Sheik.
Well, you know something? I don't see, considering all the people that he says that he wants to fuck in the ass on Twitter, it's not hard to think that he's for gay marriage.
Yeah, I mean, there's that. So Impact. It was
I'd rather watch gay Iron Sheik porn than this show.
Ups and downs.
You wouldn't.
I don't know. I'm a little bummed.
Hey, at least the gay Iron Sheik porn would be somewhat entertaining.
That's true.
It
Well,
wouldn't.
Impact opens with the contestants opening their baskets to reveal huckleberries, black beans,
And the TNA Women's Championship.
and octopus. And they have to put this together for an appetizer for judges Scott Conant, Manit Chauhan, and Seamus Mullen.
When did this to Big Brother India?
Actually, no. This is the episode of Chopped I watched after Robert Roode decided to use a decades-old Simpsons joke.
What was the joke? Because I don't watch The Simpsons, so it would have passed over.
Okay. He said it's so loud in the arena with all the fans chanting "Rude."
Number one, it's a fucking good joke, and I have no problem with fans of The Simpsons. And number two, people actually do chant in variations like that sound like boos, but are like Mike Messina, boos.
But still, when the joke is, are you people chanting boo or boo-earns? And everybody goes, boo! And then in the back you hear, I was chanting rude.
I think that's going to be, that's definitely going to be a recurring trait. And this wouldn't be the first time he's done it.
I mean, it's... Okay, Impact actually begins with a recap of what happened in the main event for Against All Odds. And... I just can't. I mean, okay, so Sting lost it and cost the three other guys the belt, but he didn't actually have to count for Rude. He could have just grabbed Rude, hit him with the death drop, and walked away, and nobody would have batted an eye because he's the ultimate authority.
Yeah. But he also has to have his integrity as a face. Like I'm not even behind this. I guess that's just the idea, the very simple idea.
Yeah. But I'm sorry. It was the use of a Simpsons joke. Granted, it was from the era when the Simpsons when that joke was actually good.
Well, yeah, and when the jokes were coming a mile a minute, I miss you, Dave
But
Morgan.
it's a decades-old joke.
I miss you, John Swartzwelder.
I know, and it was just... Rude makes Christy Hemme introduce him twice, just so the fans can boo. And
I mean-
and that one lone Mole Man fan can go, I was chanting rude.
I mean, honestly, I think it's actually a pretty good like angle turn for him to exploit the fact that like Sting had to just had to count him, like, and he was doing it in front of a smiling face. Like I know you kind of brought out a hole, but again, like if they want to have like a right down the middle kind of face to it, then it's a good thing for Rude to gloat over.
So
But
yeah, Bobby Roode, he comes out, he makes Christy Hemme announce him again, and I use the word ring announcing lightly because what Christy Hemme does is not ring announcing. Then where am I? Yeah, so he makes her um, announce him again, and
that's like the
The
third time we've mentioned that.
Yeah, it is.
I completely lost my place reading. So
Wow, really? It
Yeah.
was. He's basically saying that he had Sting. He made Sting do everything, and he said it's not my fault. It's your fault, and blah blah blah. And then Sting comes out and says, hey, you know what? I screwed over Jeff Hardy. You know what? I'm gonna make it right tonight. Tonight, you're gonna have a match with Hardy for the World Heavyweight Championship. No time limit, no DQ. And it's right, and it's going to happen right now. Wait, what?
Right after the break, and he does his Joker Sting chuckle, and they mentioned that there's a guy from the Super Bowl champ Giants in the front row. They probably paid him a pretty penny for that, and someone else
they probably paid Brandon Jacobs more for this one appearance than they've paid the Knockouts division in total in the last 4 years.
Yeah, combined. It's
Don't forget they paid fucking JWoww $15,000 to do something that doesn't even resemble fighting.
Yeah, she was there when Eric Young cut a promo.
Am I a gorilla? I'm your chimp.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
The stuff that drives Spoonie insane.
But yeah, we go to, so right after the break we're treated to that match, Robert Roode versus Jeff Hardy, and right off the bat, like, this is a kinetic match. Jeff Hardy is like all pissed off from his loss the past Sunday, so he's really taking it to Roode. He's still hitting like the leg drop to the groin spot, but like it's a bit more sequenced, and you get the idea that he's just throwing him out just based on how frustrated he is.
And here's something about Jeff Hardy. What the fuck is up with his face paint?
He's obnoxious and pretentious. That's what.
Because for those that didn't see the pay-per-view and didn't see the fucking show on Thursday, he paints his closed eyelids. He paints eyes onto his closed eyelids so that way it looks like he's still looking at you.
Yeah,
But
it's like, and I thought I didn't have a life.
Creepy.
But then again, he's on national television, and I'm not. But
Again,
once
this is why I've been arguing for years. Jeff Hardy needs to be in a place that's going to no. Besides that, in a place that's going to say, "Hey, you know those weird ass thoughts in your head? Don't do them."
well, either way, basically
Don't
the gist of the match is Hardy has the advantage throughout the beginning, does poetry and motion a spot, which I really hate, by the way. Does a gourd buster, and like he's about to hit that whisper in the wind when Rude shoves the ref into the ropes, prompting Mike Tenay to go, oh, that Rude, always looking for those shortcuts. It's like
hold on. Two things. One, he's been doing the stupid face paint since WWE, except that it wasn't nearly as stupid as it is now.
Yeah, it's like when he'd paint like his entire forehead red, that actually looked pretty badass.
Yeah.
Right.
And the second thing, why do you not like the poetry in motion? It's a cool looking movie. He's been doing it for 13 years.
Number one, Sabu, and number two, when there's a spot when someone runs out of the way and misses, it looks like he's fucking doing some horrible shit to his hamstring. Like that's why I don't like that. Like I just think he puts way too much momentum into it, but like that's like a discussion for another day. But basically, after Rude crotches Jeff Hardy on the ropes, they're brawling to the outside, and like obviously Rude makes the mistake that every cocky person makes. He draws out his move. He's about to hit, I guess, like a sort of power bomb when Jeff Hardy back body drops him, and the match gets significantly slower from there as they mostly do spots on the ramp to run into the set, stuff like that. And after an attempted twist of fate, basically they start brawling back into the ring. When lo and behold, here comes Kurt Angle, fresh out of his hiatus, I guess, fresh out of jobbing to James Storm a shitload. And
he came back from trying to convince the Olympic Committee that his neck wasn't being held together by toothpicks and gum.
Yeah.
Obviously failed.
Basically takes out Hardy, lays him out, throws him into the steel steps. Rude hits a pretty good spear on him and gets the victory.
Yes. And overall, what I'll say about this match, it was okay. It wasn't an abysmal pile of shit, and it wasn't anything, it wasn't a 5-star classic, but it was good. I mean, it was completely pointless because why in the hell would, because like it's still completely pointless because they are having a World Heavyweight Championship match opening the show after their fucking pay-per-view.
It's okay. Oh, and we've bitched about TNA and Russo before, and even though Russo's gone, you can still see his fingerprints all over the product, and that's not going away for at least another year.
See, here's the thing. I don't think that that's so much a Russo thing as much as it is a Dixie thing, because like they don't give a shit about their pay-per-views. They're more about popping TV ratings than putting on like that decent a show. I mean, usually their pay-per-views are more entertaining just by virtue of them being more about wrestling and probably having more to the point promos, but Impact is what they want to cultivate.
Well, hey, don't forget the pay-per-view that we have coming up next after this one is Victory Road, and we all know how great that show is every year.
Oh, but
and actually, this is like what TNA is doing with building to TV instead of to pay-per-views. It's like the WWF in the Attitude Era, only at least in the Attitude Era. In the Attitude Era, they at least would put on really good pay-per-views.
Oh yeah,
and it's more. And actually, what I was gonna let me finish.
Sure.
What I also was gonna say is that it's like when Vince Russo was running WCW, because they would build around TV instead of the pay-per-views, but they would still have generally okay pay-per-views, unlike TNA, who don't give a fuck about their pay-per-views.
Back to Victory Road. I gotta say I did like the Jay Lethal Ric Flair match in 2010.
Yeah, well, that was because it's Jay Lethal. But by the way, speaking of ratings, the Bobby Roode Jeff Hardy match did a 1.03, which was
bad.
Which was pretty much the almost average rating they got on it. Well, they pulled a 1.06. So if they're trying to actually build for pay-per-views, okay, for TV, I should say, not pay-per-views. Fuck the pay-per-views according to them. It's not a bad strategy, but you actually have to have something compelling for us to go, hey, I want to watch your free shit. I don't, because it's stupid as shit, as we'll see. Anyways, post-match antics. Rude goes back and confronts Sting, and he says, "Oh, I'm outsmarting you." And Sting's like, "I'm gonna have a #1 contenders match tonight." And Rude's like, "Good." And Sting walks away. He's like, "Ah!"
He's like, "You're gonna put on a #1 contenders match? Do it." Sting leaves. Damn it!
It's like, wait.
And then after that, we get the build-up to the one part of the night that's actually worth something. Eric Young playing a guitar.
Yeah, he basically surprise coming up. But Eric Young basically said he wasn't able to get ODB a Valentine's Day present, and as a man, he pretty much failed. He had to play backgammon with his blind mother, but he's gonna get his guitar named Bernadette and sing her a nice little number.
And
Yeah.
we'll get to that. We will fucking get to that.
Oh, we will.
And then next
So,
thing after this, we get an entire segment of the TV show that is nothing but backstage segments. Ugh.
Oh no, we're still.
Yeah,
in
that's what I was saying. That's what I meant. But Sting,
Sting is backstage with surprise, James Storms and Bully Ray, the other two men he fucked over on Sunday, and
Yeah.
they're gonna have a nice number one contenders match. And Storms
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna kick you in the face.
If I could pick a fine nit, this promo definitely put over the just the sheer arbitrariness of TNA's like filming, in that Sting is talking to people and they're playing it like, oh, it's a big mystery, and he's like, oh, I'm glad to see you two like I know you two could work something out. It's James Storm and Bully Ray. We see him every week. Saw him last Sunday. Why are you doing it with the reveal pan? Like that's stupid.
This is because they've got James Harvey controlling the camera, and for whatever reason, they want. I've said this a million times before, and I'm going to keep saying this. This style of camera is that this is the eye of the audience. This is what an audience member would see if they somehow found themselves backstage in TNA. They don't want to be obtrusive. They don't want to be in their face like the WWE is just right there. Of course, if the WWE does a reveal shot, it actually makes sense. When TNA does a reveal shot, all they're really doing is they're moving around a corner because whatever.
don't forget lots of unnecessary zooming and shaky cam as well. It's like they saw fucking Quarantine and thought that the camera style in that movie was cool.
Or Cloverfield. It's like, yeah, I want to do that type of style.
Oh, don't forget that if this was a real life person that looked like the eye of the audience thing, they would not look through the viewfinder of another camera to watch the promo while they're in front of the people doing the promo.
Yeah,
They did that. The last dark match that I was on, they did that on Impact, and it was still really fucking retarded.
So, commercial break, and when we come back, we get to see the exploitation of an injury.
No,
they're not exploiting it. They'd be exploiting it if Zima Ion cut a promo saying, "Look what I did."
Okay.
But to I never really said this on the air, but if anyone was watching Against All Odds with me, they'd remember that when Jesse Sorensen's concussion happened, I got really pissed at it because I thought it was a work. Because I saw them have the ref throw up the X front and center, and I was like, oh, fuck them. Like, Russo might be gone, but his fucking shit is still stained. I don't like them doing that. I think it's unnecessary. I think the casual fans who don't know what that means won't know what it means, and the smarks will be like, okay, yeah, injury symbol. And then John Cena goes ahead and does it the next night on Raw.
Yeah.
But I still think it's stupid.
Here's why I call this exploitation. They're showing the footage. I don't need to see that footage again.
They're showing the footage to wish him a speedy recovery.
Yeah.
And
they're doing it to show. They're showing it so that way the people that didn't see the pay-per-view and watched Impact anyway, so that way they know what the hell happened.
Again, I'm just saying that I find it a little bit exploitive, but however, I do wish Jesse Sorensen a speedy recovery.
Yes.
And do not
Same
listen to
My apologies.
fucking Kurt Angle. Take the gear.
But yeah, so we go on to our X Division tag match as we have the heels Austin Aries and Zima Ion versus the faces Alex Shelley and look, the Motor City Machine Gun Shannon Moore.
By the way, Zema Ion, after Sunday, is your number one contender for the X Division title.
Yep.
Why is he the guy he's going to try to take the title away from?
Him and his retarded hair. He has Dragon Ball Z hair.
I think he needs to work on making his in-ring reactions a bit less exaggerated, but he's tight. I thought if this tag match put over anything, it was pretty much the tensions between Aries and Zima Ion, where Aries is the champion and the veteran, and he's showing off, and Zima Ion is the upstart who's like he was going to the corner, you just say, "No, you're taking notes, aren't you?" And then Aries tags him in by giving him a knife edge chop. Like it's some good stuff between those two.
I mean, it was okay. The match itself
Yeah,
was
quick-
decent enough.
quick affair.
I don't know what Chris Sabin's progress is, but he needs to come back soon. Alex Shelley is doing fuck all without him.
The problem with Alex Shelley is they don't know what the fuck to do with him. They honestly don't, because they don't want to put the X Division title on him. They don't want to team him up with anybody to get the tag team titles back, and we'll get to that shit in a little bit. And they don't want to move him up into the main event because I don't know why.
Because they need to keep room for fucking Garrett Bischoff.
Yeah, exactly. And so they really don't fucking know what the hell to do with Alex Shelley. The guy has got all the talents in the world to actually carry a company, but they don't want to take the chance because he's not big enough. Anyways,
Yeah, this match was okay. I mean, it's your standard TV X Division match. I mean, yeah. But the story that they're doing with Zema Ion and Austin Aries is that, like, they didn't trust each other at all, and yeah,
which is okay. I don't want Austin Aries to trust Zema Ion. This is the guy who wants his title. Why should he trust him?
And yeah, I mean, and plus, like, basically, he pulls like the come from behind victory, getting the pin, as opposed to Aries doing it, and that kind of broke his balls a little bit. But pretty like it's a decent enough like sizzling for their X Division match. The only problem is there's no face heel delineation here,
which I'm pretty sure they'll either turn Zema Ion face out of fucking nowhere, or Austin Aries will just, I don't know.
He'll just retain the belt again. I mean, I have no problem, but whatever.
Yeah, so backstage, guys.
And now we get the torture segment of the show. Whereas WWE's women's matches are the bathroom breaks, this is the part of the show where they are actively torturing us. Because we have to listen to Madison Rayne talk.
Torturing us with such heavenly pipes.
We'll
get Madison Rayne mark.
We'll
get to that in a couple of seconds, ladies and gents.
Oh yeah. I'm going to remind everybody, everybody here who's listening to this, this match actually scored the highest in the ratings.
They do that every week, though.
Yeah, the knockouts. Well, guys, hint: it's on Spike TV.
Yeah.
And I'm not discrediting. I'm not discrediting the female performers for like working, but like it's Spike TV.
Yeah, this is the they opened up the second hour, which is the lead into fucking Deadliest Warrior. So, yeah. But yeah, we get Gail Kim and Madison Rayne talking backstage. Gail doesn't understand, excuse me, why the knockouts they don't realize how gracious of a champion she is, because nothing says gracious like coming into a promotion and having the booking committee rewrite their entire division around you just because you used to be in WWE. So
yeah, I mean, it's not like they do this for every ex WWE diva, Mickey, Gail. I'm pretty sure they'll do it for.
They did to Rhino back in 2005.
Yeah, they did it. They did it to Rhino.
Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle. Oh, Kurt Angle. They're still writing.
I'm waiting for the day that like a big former WWE guy comes in, like fucking like if Dolph Ziggler were to jump to TNA today, and then the day that he comes into the company, they put every fucking belt on him.
Oh, I'm waiting for the day Miz jumps and they put every fucking title on him.
They're gonna do that. You know that one of these days when WWE finally gets sick of his shit and they fire him, he's going to TNA.
Yeah, he'll go to TNA. They will write.
he has the look of your typical TNA main eventer. He looks like a douchebag.
That is true. That is
Wait,
true.
who are you talking about? Sorry,
Oh, sorry. Go right ahead, Christopher.
No. I mean, who do you think is going to go to TNA? Like, I'm
Oh, you know what?
I drifted off a little.
As bad as it's going for Miz, I definitely do think Miz is next to get Future Endeavor.
Oh dear. I don't think it. Like, I think if the WWE, if he's in the doghouse, like as the rumors were that Sheamus was pretty much the Miz last year, but
Yeah.
like he stuck through. He might even have a successful face turn. You never know.
But the problem
He has had a successful face turn.
is Sheamus took everything, his little demotion for Kevin Dunn in stride and just said, you know what, whatever, this will lead to bigger and better things for me. Miz, on the other hand, is foundering and is acting like he's still a main event star, but he really isn't. Kinda.
Well,
dude is getting
I'll
heat
admit,
for fucking R-Truth.
I'll admit, my assessment of the Miz is that although he's great with the stick, and I thought like his presence in the main event last year was fitting and like he deserved it, but in ring, like I can't think of a single match that I'm like, yeah, that's why he's such a great talent. Like they were mostly with mid card, like Daniel Bryan, John Morrison. He's had some bang up matches, but like in terms of the main event, like I can't like I didn't like the calling of his I Quit match at over the like. There were problems. Like the WrestleMania match was absolute crap, and even before The Rock got involved, it's and not even like he's above average, but he's not a great. Like I don't think he's
On the stick. I don't think.
Well, I'd say that I think that all the bullshit that happened with, because I've been saying since last year's WrestleMania that the main event at WrestleMania 27 was The Rock versus John Cena with special guest star The Miz.
Well, yeah, he pretty much said the same thing. And right as you are, like we should probably actually get to this Knockouts Battle Royal. I mean,
we're trying as hard as we fucking can not to talk about Madison Rayne and her screeching.
Oh God! Basically,
she only screeched like once in her promo.
Yeah, let me just say this first.
And like I said,
Mick James is fucking hot.
Well, yeah.
Yes, Mick is.
I know
she may have extremely retarded entrance music, hardcore country, but she can rock a pair of Daisy Dukes.
Yeah,
she's got the ass for it.
I kind of wish she could do a crazy gimmick again, just for the hell of it, because I mean it's TNA, anything's possible.
The lesbian crazy. Well,
not even lesbian, just crazy. I thought I just delight in that.
No, they already have a crazy lesbian. It's called Angelina Love in Winter.
Actually, Angelina Love, Winter, Tara, Miss Tessmacher, Velvet.
Every knockout is a crazy lesbian.
Yeah, and oh yeah, as we watch Tara and Tessmacher come out and share a kiss, the lipstick lesbianism runs rampant. And speaking of Winter, who's one of the first people to get eliminated, unfortunately. Like, what the hell did she do?
Winter and Tessmacher.
Yeah.
We forgot the best part of this entire segment, ladies.
Oh yeah, let's go.
What happens is Madison gets into the ring when she and Gail Kim come down to the ring. She gets into the ring. She grabs a microphone. She starts talking. Run for the fucking hills!
I did.
And what happens is they all need to understand how gracious a champion Gail Kim is. She doesn't owe anything out of the kindness of her fucking heart. She's going to give every lady in the ring a chance to become the #1 contender. That'll come back later at the end. And I don't remember what line it was because I couldn't hear from how deaf I was when she said this, but there was a point in this promo, what I'm lightly calling a promo, was she screeched like a dying bird. She was like, and the only last person will be the winner.
Her voice lifts me.
Oh God, I think she actually woke me up.
No sarcasm.
But you know what? This was just. I mean, obviously, when she said, "Okay, every lady in
I
this
want
in
her
the
and Vicky Guerrero to
right
record something.
now, you should have heard, you should have thought, oh, there's shenanigans, because Madison Rain and Gail Kim go to the side and they sit down and watch everybody get eliminated. I don't even recap it.
Oh, and
because-
by the way, we didn't mention this before, but Gail Kim can't fucking talk to save her life.
Yeah.
No,
It's almost a wonder why she was never really used to such an extent in the WWE.
well,
Good wrestler.
that's one part of her arsenal, and she is the weakest at is
She's
the talking.
like cheerleader. She's like cheerleader Melissa. Great wrestler, horrible talker.
But
Yeah.
do you really
Much
expect?
respect. I
Do
like
you really
cheerleading
expect
Melissa.
WWE of all things to care about how well their women can talk? They push the Bellas for fuck's sake.
Well,
Remind me.
Bella
Don't
talk better
fucking
than
remind me.
Yep.
Anyways, the ending comes because
Got it.
I don't want to recap the entire fucking piece of crap Knockouts Battle Royale, which was decent, but only because it's got a whole bunch of hot women flying all over the place, and ODB. Velvet
Imagine
Sky-
if they were all. Imagine if they were all in thongs when this match happened.
and I have to imagine ODB in one, and thank you. I think I've turned monk. Thanks. I wanted to change my class. So the
My
ending
pleasure.
Oh, there's this great spot actually where ODB basically military presses Rosita and throws her out like that. I like that.
Yeah, but who can't press Rosita? I mean, I'm weak as shit, and I bet I can press Rosita over my head.
Me too, but
Hornswoggle
Yeah.
could gorilla. Hornswoggle could gorilla press Rosita with one arm.
Anyways, the ending comes when Velvet Sky eliminates Sarita, and she's celebrating. She's going, "Yeah, I won! I'm #1 contender. I'm coming for your title." And then Madison Rain jumps into the ring and eliminates Velvet Sky. There's your new #1 contender for the Knockouts Championship, Madison fucking Rain.
See, at least if it was Tara, we would have gotten a few good matches out of it, since both of them can actually wrestle. Hell, if anything, I would have had fucking Sarita be it. At least Sarita can wrestle too.
yeah,
But
but she's not doing anything.
Madison Rain.
They're
with
trying
her-
to.
No, Sarita's too busy being a fake Mexican.
Well,
Oh, that's right.
come on.
Madison Rain and her famous finisher, I Fall Down.
Well, it could actually lead to either a Gail Kim face turn or a Madison Rain face turn. That could happen. Did you know that? Did you know that Madison Rain is a babyface in Shimmer and her name is Ashley Lane?
That's a much hotter name than Madison Rain.
Indeed.
Ashley Lane sounds like a porn name.
So does
Yes,
Madison Rain.
Not so much as Ashley Lane. Ashley is a very popular female porn name.
Yeah,
It is.
I figured. But
I Googled it, but anyways. So we go to commercial. We come. Well, actually, first we see Eric Bischoff and Gunner walking backstage, and then it's like, oh, I'm sorry. First we see James Storm cutting a promo about he's gonna fight Bully Ray.
This whole show, that segment dumbed you down to the point of not even remembering the order of events.
Oh yeah, it really did.
Seeing
and it was
ODB's cleavage did that to you.
And it was about this time I started dreaming about walking home from Tifa's house, barefoot in the ice and snow with no shoes or socks on. I'm not exactly sure where that came from. It's very odd. So we go.
well, Iron Bite, about that dream, just gotta warn you, fear of blood tends to create fear of the flesh. Yeah, James Storm promo.
Oh,
And it was meh. I mean, he put the more of the promo was spent of the cameraman focusing on the hole in the wall that he punched than on James Storm.
yeah. Oh.
It's not really that hard to punch through sheetrock when you're 250 pounds.
Not even really that hard to punch through friggin' drywall. Like,
Yeah. So we go to commercial. We come back and we get to see highlights of the UK tour. And then we go to the back. We're still in the back because we can't get out of the labyrinth that is the TNA backstage area with Joe and Magnus saying, hey, we won the tag team titles.
Joe
And-
finally won something!
Yeah.
Yay!
I like hearing Joe
Sadly,
cut a promo.
sadly, it was the fucking tag titles, so no value.
I liked hearing Joe cut a promo because like he always sounds like a great tough. Like he's very good at that. That's something that hasn't slipped from him. Except he cuts his promo, he says what he has to say, and to punctuate it, Magnus leans into the mic and goes, "Momentum." There are a lot of weird quirks in this episode.
There was. After Joe and Magnus kind of ramble on, and then, next week that they're going to take on, they're going to have the rematch because why should we have a rematch on a pay-per-view? We get to see some highlights, and I'm reading off of the result here, if that's what you want to call them, of the Gunner Bischoff match from Against All Odds. And then what's left of Immortal, which is Gunner, Eric Bischoff, and Ric Flair, and of all people, Chelsea.
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 Remember her?
Yes, I actually do. She was one of the. She's probably hotter than every other knockout except Mickey James.
Chelsea, motherfucking Desmond Wolf's whore.
Yeah, the
Desmond Wolf's Miss Tessmacher.
Yeah, she basically she shed her British accent faster than Axel Rotten.
Comes out with Immortal, and apparently she reached out to Eric Bischoff after last Sunday night's win, and because I don't know, and apparently this, and of course now she's their Miss Tessmacher, and pours them champagnes and champagne and gives them cigars and
we got to hear Eric Bischoff cut a promo.
Yeah, and as a result, the ratings dropped down to a 1 from a 1.23.
Yeah.
My favorite part about this whole segment was when they're about to toast each other and they're about to drink the champagne. Gunner looks at it and bulges his eyes out as if he's about to kill a bitch. Like it's like, turn it down, guy.
My favorite part of the segment was at the end when they were starting to do the toast. Ric Flair has a little champagne glass, and Chelsea's about to go drink from the bottle. And depending on what kind of drunk she is, that could be really hot. But I digress. I like sloppy drunk hot women. So someone's gonna take that out of context. What happens is Ric Flair, he has his little champagne glass. Chelsea has the actual bottle, and Ric Flair takes the bottle from her and gives her the little champagne glass, and he starts downing from the bottle.
Who'da thunk it?
Yeah, who'da thunk that Ric Flair's a drunk? And and also Eric would like to wish his son all the best in his future endeavors.
I can just hear him next week trying to put on a Johnny Ace impression while saying that. It's not gonna work.
No.
So, everyone knows that I'm the one with the best John Laurinaitis impression for all the TNA fans out there in the TNA Impact, and I'm John Laurinaitis. Like that.
Thank you for that. Anyway, so we go to the back where Capzilla is cutting a promo.
The whole point of the promo is Bubba Ray. I still fucking refuse to call him Bully Ray.
So does Taz. So do I.
The whole promo is Bubba Ray saying that he has the best calves in the world, and the camera goes down to look at his calves, and it looks like someone surgically inserted a brick in there. Like, he does have nasty legs.
Yeah, he's like, pretty boys, they have their abs, I have my calves. That's what he said. And from there, we go to Christy Hemme interviewing our second guest of the night, much less important than the Giants guy. He's going to host this new like MMA show on Spike, but and we put that over, but we're not Wrestling Observer. So
Yeah.
So
hey, don't forget that the entire fucking show they've been doing really, really awkward cuts to Brandon Jacobs and this MMA dude, fucking hiccups, sitting at the ringside, like in the middle of matches, they would just cut to them for no reason. And
they're gonna be important.
They spent 30 seconds plugging their shit.
Yeah. By the way, guys, just to inform everybody, Brandon Jacobs might be a part of the New York Giants. He did shit all nothing in the Super Bowl. Just FYI. I don't even think he got in the game at all.
Does he have a ring?
He's got a ring, but
Okay.
so does the fucking towel boy.
Yeah, who was the guy that they were originally trying to get? Pierre something?
Pierre blue blah blue.
Just I don't follow football, so none of these people ring a bell with me at all, except the obvious people.
Fuck the little sports.
You do horrible sick impression. Football is no football.
guys,
Fucking football. I fuck Brandon Jacob in us. Break his fuck
Let's get to the creamy filling of this.
Here's the best part of the show.
Eric Young basically kind of acting like a bungler at first to ODB, saying, "I didn't get you a Valentine's Day gift, and you kind of lost your match there." Kind of got hurt a little, basically rubbing it in her face without realizing he is. But he's going to make it up to her by singing his ODE to ODB, which went a little something like this. This is my ODE to my ODB. That's all I got.
Hey, you could be reciting it through Mr. War Machine's cosplay theater. No, slash fic theater.
Seems like I got myself another gimmick. But
no, there's lines in this like he's talking about turds coming out of horses' asses.
Yeah.
And our love came strong. Our love came fast. I loved you most when you slapped my ass.
Yeah, that was my favorite line. Screw it, like that.
And then at the very end, ODB she's laughing, and she slaps Eric on the ass. And she says, "It's time for your present, boy. Keep the guitar on."
Oh God, that's having sex.
The idea of ODB being thrusted into Iron Bite.
No. She thrusts him into her.
Yeah, exactly. That's why she told him to keep the guitar. Like, sorry, but like that weirded. I'm like, yeah, are there strap-ons involved? Like,
she's gonna stick the guitar up there.
I don't need to know that. Anyways, number one.
She isn't gonna stick it up. She isn't gonna stick it from the headstock through the neck. She's gonna stick it from the bottom of the guitar all the way up. She's that open.
Wow, Ken Anderson was that thick?
well, if you saw that snow statue she made, then I don't know what too big is for. But
Please stop.
All of your nightmares, ladies and gentlemen. All of your nightmares.
So anyways, so we've got number one contenders match for the TNA World Heavyweight Title. And it's James Storm versus Bubba Bully Ray.
Don't put Bully in there. It's stupid.
Bubba Brother Ray.
So yeah,
Brother Bubba Ray Dudley.
The distinctive thing about this match was that Bubba Ray appears to have some kind of complex because what was the body part of James Storm he was mostly working on?
The leg.
I don't remember.
Not just the leg, mind you.
The calf.
Yes.
But here's the thing about that actually kind of bugged me, and it wasn't anything in terms of the actual working of it, because it's nice to see psychology in at least a TNA match. But he takes off James Storm's boot at some point in this match, and he keeps working on the leg the rest of the match. James Storm's sock would not fall the fuck off his foot. And it was so goddamn annoying.
I don't understand that portion of it, but
Well, for
yeah.
me because it was just I'm sort of OCD like that because it just it looked like it wanted to come off all the way, but it just wouldn't. So his sock is just dangling there.
So it was just trolling you?
Yeah. Fuck you, James Storm's leg, you trolling cock.
Wow. So ending comes with a last call. Yeah.
Yeah, not
La-
much. After all that legwork and all that selling, he pretty much like comes back at him and hits him with the last call, as Ironbite said.
No, he did
Yeah.
He did it with the other leg though, the one that
Yeah.
he wasn't getting worked on.
Yeah.
Right, but again, you're actually supporting yourself with your quote unquote injured leg. So ring psychology? I don't know. I'm watching something much better than Impact at the moment. So after the match, James Storm is like, I'm so hurt. I'm so hurt. And oh wait, let me celebrate with Brandon Jacobs at ringside. And then Ray for whatever reason just attacks James Storm, and then gets in Jacobs' face, and then spits beer in his face. It's like, come at me, bro. So Brandon Jacobs actually beats the shit out of Bubba Ray Dudley.
No, my favorite part of this was what Bubba Ray was saying to Brandon Jacobs like as he's getting prepared to do the spit take. He's like, "I'm gonna take your beer and I'm gonna drink your beer, boy."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta
And
make Bubba Ray look bad because obviously, like the Brandon Jacobs is gonna be a draw in like a year. They're building him up.
he's gonna be the next TNA World Champion. He's gonna win at Victory Road, and he's gonna hold it for the next 5 years. And then in those 5 years, TNA is going to die within it. So he'll be the last
Victory Road,
so
and then
Brandon Jacobs, no nothing fucking football player that didn't even get in the fucking Super Bowl, is gonna be fucking the last World TNA champion.
That would be awesome. It would the only way that would be even more awesome is if in those 5 years they get a C-list celebrity.
Ronnie Magro or Ronnie Ortiz Magro from
Yeah, there you go.
Score. I don't know why I know his fucking name.
I don't know either. So we go to commercial. We come back and we're backstage because that's where we live, ladies and gentlemen. We live backstage.
Yes, we get this James Storm Brandon Jacobs promo over Sting's entrance.
Because yeah, and apparently Brandon Jacobs is pissed off, and I came here to support my boy Storm, and I'm gonna beat
really
him.
not the guy from your home state.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
The whole Sting music thing is they want to give you the idea that it's going on in real time, like that whole like just the whole live but not live thing.
But yeah, so they have this promo, and fucking Brandon Jacobs can't talk for shit. He really can't. He can't talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
and Jake, you mean the one not trained to cut a promo?
Hey, well, yeah. But
yeah, apparently, James Storms asked Brandon Jacobs to give Bully Ray an ass whooping like Brandon Jacobs did on New England. Brandon Jacobs wasn't even in the fucking Super Bowl, you retard.
It's like I think what they did when they wrote that segment was that they were gonna have Pierre, whatever his fucking name is, but then they just didn't bother to change the script at all when they got Brandon Jacobs instead.
Yeah, that is kind of just why not just just change the script if that happens. Oh wait, I forgot. This is TNA. we won't change the script ever.
Well, they do.
Yeah, so we go to the back. We go back to the
Your
ring. Where
sarcasm
Sting's
flew.
in the ring, and it's time for Sting to announce that because that James Storm is the new #1 contender, he'll get his match in a steel cage at Lockdown. Wait, what?
Isn't that
Yes.
the pay-per-view after Victory Road?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It's 2 months.
Which means that the
That's like their
entire
seventh
basis,
WrestleMania.
which means that the entire basis for making people want to watch Victory Road goes bye-bye, because we know that they're obviously they're not going to have a world title match, and it's just not going to be any point. And plus, I expect maybe 4 people to buy Victory Road this year after the bullshit that happened last year.
I'm in the same road. It was just what the hell. So immediately after this announcement, James Storm beats the shit out of Sting.
Bobby Roode.
I'm sorry, Bobby Roode beats the shit out of Sting. For what reason? Oh,
so
wait.
that way they can get Sting back in the main event picture.
Oh God, I forgot about next week's spoilers.
Well,
No,
yeah.
to give him some credit, it took longer than Triple H when he was in an authority role.
That's true, but again, but yeah, and then they just basically the crowd starts going nuts. They want a cowboy chant erupts, and it's like James Storm isn't coming out, and
He's too busy drinking shitty beer with Brandon Jacobs.
pretty much, and then that's it. Robert
End of
Roode
show.
Sting and screams at Sting, and then that's it. And next week is going to be even more bullshit. I'm so glad I don't have to watch it next week, but that's Impact.
That's Impact.
Impact as a whole was meh. It wasn't oppressively horrible except for that Madison Rain promo. But yeah, there's nothing special about it. I mean,
Yeah, ups and downs. Some slight ups, more downs than that.
yeah. I mean, Spoonie said it best in his original TNA blog, which, by the way, we're in 1 week from we're on the 17th. In 10 days, it's going to be the 2-year anniversary of that original TNA vlog. So
Where he screamed out, "Wrestle, wrestle."
yeah. Tune into TNA. There's gonna be an X-Pac match. That's still probably my favorite quote from that video.
My favorite quote, however,
It'll
is
take more than 6 thugs to take me out.
I let you talk. Wait, don't forget, there are ninjas kidnapping people on TV. Call the cops.
Yeah.
But yeah, Spoonie said it best in that original TNA vlog. Like, this is a very average Impact, and it's still horrid.
It is. All right,
Like,
guys.
this is average by TNA standards. By WWE standards, this is like crap. This is complete crap.
Yeah.
Like-
Anyways,
like-
guys, it's time to end the show with Mark Henry getting punched by Big Show. Wait, what? Anyways,
No, Mark Henry whining to Teddy Long about something.
I don't know. I'm just watching Big Show go nuts. And so, anyways, it's time to end the show with what gets more screen time than Jay Lethal. And
Chelsea gets more screen time than Jay
Yeah.
Lethal.
Oh, that's a feat. I got one. Gunner going, "It's champagne and I'm about to kick its ass." Gets more screen time than Jay Lethal.
Did we forget about Lone Warrior? We forgot about Lone Warrior.
The Lone Warrior left earlier.
Oh, wow. Lone Warrior gets more screen time than Jay Lethal. Wow, I've never actually had someone run away from me during an episode of the DarkMatch, folks. I don't think any of us have. I feel sad. You feel sad?
Iron Bite being sad gets more screen time than Jay Lethal.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen,
Hey,
we must leave you.
Yeah. I thought
For
there
the
was one.
Dark Match, I'm Iron Bite.
I'm Christopher Says.
I am Subrick, and I am the Shithead Babe. Good night, intelligent Jews.